Hi, boys and girls. Thanks for coming in so carefully and listening to your substitute teacher. Grandparents, I'm disappointed that I can't be there with you today, but I wanted to leave some videos to share with you how we read in the library and how different things like technology are used in the library, as well as you'll even get to see a book read by me today. So I am sorry that I can't be there. I'm at the book fair, so I'll be seeing all of you later if you're here for Grandparents' Day. If you're looking at my book here, the first part of the day is that there's a pile of books on the cart that came in with your substitute teacher today. You're going to need to get a book, find a spot, and then you're going to need to read that book by using Post-its. So I've left some Post-its here on this book. I'm not going to read this book today. I'm just sharing out with you so that you have an idea of what your sharing out looks like when you're done with your reading time today. You'll have about 10 minutes to do your reading, so that when you're done, you're able to share with your grandparents, or maybe you're able to share with a friend, or maybe you're able to share with a different group that's in your classroom this morning or this afternoon, whatever time you're watching. So the title of this book was If You Take a Mouse to School. So I wanted to show you, I already had a text-to-self connection. I wrote T to S because I had a text-to-self because I am in school, but I know that I've seen this character on the hallway wall somewhere in the orange section. Give me a thumbs up if you thought that you've seen this character before. You might even want to think in your head about what other characters are on the wall with the mouse, because if you know this series, you might know the dog in the donut, or the moose in his muffin, or the pig in his party, or the cat in his cupcakes. If you're not sure, maybe you want to come check those out next time you're here at the library. Let me take you on a step through my books with my Post-its. So I didn't have any Post-its here yet. You might know how to put your Post-it. Oh, there's a Post-it. Instead of putting the Post-it on the inside page, you might want to put it on the top of the page. That way it's easier for you to see. But as you're looking here, I had a nice connection because I'm sure this is what, oops, I'll show you that page later. But I'm sure this is what your class is going to look like as you're working today. You're going to find a nice safe spot. You might be at a desk so that might give you room to work with your grandparents, or you could be on the rug, but you'll have to work with a substitute to find a nice safe spot to work at. But it gave me a super smiley, especially since I found the mouse inside the book, because I know we like to do that. Now this next page that was about to fall out gave me a super sad face because, look, it fell apart. Guys, this is happening with a lot of the paperback books in our library, that a lot of the pages are falling out. It's because of how we're taking care of the spines. So it's a nice chance for me to remind you to be careful with your books, because I'm having a lot of damaged books coming back into the library. So thanks for being safe with them today, because this doesn't help anybody. Let me flip forward. I had another really good connection. Maybe your connection was with basketball, if you like basketball. But I liked this page. I had a text-to-self connection because I, too, like skateboarding, but I don't skateboard. I like watching it on TV, or I like characters like Tony Hawk, who's a really famous skateboarder. And then let me flip to the end, where I have a few of my Post-its for you to see here. But I had a question for you. It's the end of the book, and I know that the mouse is going to go back to school with his friend, because you know these books go in a loop. They always go back and forth. If I'm going to ask a question, I would wonder, do you think that the same thing's going to happen with the mouse when he goes to school the next time? Or do you think he's going to be maybe a little bit better behaved? If you're looking here at my Post-its, you might want to use text-to-self connections, or text-to-text connections, or a smiley face, or a sad face, or maybe a confused face. The confused face looks like this. You're going to take your Post-it, do your two eyes, and there's your confused face. The last ones, maybe you have a question to ask your partner when you share out, or maybe you learned something new. I'd put a star on the page. So in just a second, you're going to get your books to be able to work with a friend or on your own. and you want to use your Post-its to make sure you're able to share it at the end. Thanks, great job. I'll see you for the next video in just a second.